So we've gone through 5 albums here. And I have to ask, do you have any honorable mentions? I mean, you love so many albums. You already mentioned Soundgarden, Super Unknown. We'll have that as an honorable mention. Any others you can think of
Oh,
that
yeah.
are
I
way
mean, I
up
got
there?
like, honorable mentions, Super Unknown for sure. London Calling by The Clash when I was a kid, amazing. Bowie's Hunky Dory. It's not one that a lot of people say is a favorite, but for me, I love the song. Life on Mars. It's an incredible song, one of my favorite songs of all time. It's an artist called Patty Griffin, who I adore. 10,000 Kisses, sorry, is a lovely, a beautiful album of hers that I love. I mean, if you want to go through them all, it's like,
Rapid fire, any that come to you. Go ahead.
I mean, for an alternative, older artist pop take on African music, the Paul Simon's Graceland is great. As a kid, AC/DC, Highway to Hell, or Back in Black, those albums are amazing. Pink Floyd, The Wall, smoked a lot of weed, listened to that thing. It was awesome. Elvis Costello, I love Elvis Costello. I love his writing. He did this album that wasn't an Attractions album called King of America. And it's really, if you know his work, check out that album because it's really something special. I think he was drunk the entire time he made it, but it was fantastic. It's a great record. What else? Pet Sounds. Yeah. Pet
Beach
Sounds
Boys.
by it's one of those, God only knows, again, another one of like my 2 or 3 favorite songs ever written. That's just a gorgeous piece of music. Yeah. From a sound standpoint, I love this album by Roxy Music called Avalon. It's a bit cheesy in some of the writing, but the sound of it was the first record really made with an SSL console, and it just had this beautiful clarity to it. And the drumming and everything was just really beautifully placed. It was a gorgeous sounding record. New bands, this now Manchester Orchestra. I love those guys. So, okay, old record, Neil Young Harvest, just that collection
Great
of songs.
album.
It's really beautiful. And there's an album by this group called Portishead, which was really revolutionary.
Dummy?
Early trip hop. Yeah, Dummy. Yeah, that was like
94, I feel like 94.
That Massive Attack and Tricky and that sort of thing. That was Bristol. That was next door to us in Bath, right?
Wow.
So that stuff was coming. It was really interesting. So, yeah, stuff like that. Who's next from a kid standpoint? Won't Get Fooled Again, Bob O'Reilly, that song, stuff like that. Yeah. So
I'm so happy you just listed all these albums. I thought, you'd give 1 or 2. I'm happy you kept going with it because these are all incredible albums and I'm a big music nerd and I'm taking notes of all these albums.